Alright guys, thought I'd do a quick video answering a simple question. My opinion, again, I'm not an expert. I haven't been through an economic collapse. I just, do a lot of reading, watch a lot of videos, and, I've got some common sense. So, put that together, and that's where I get to my info. Mainly just thinking about it a lot, but, the simple question is always, how much ammo do I need for a shit hit the fan scenario, or economic collapse, WROL, what have you. Now, I personally think, you shouldn't have, I know this one guy, co-worker's brother-in-law, he has this whole damn room filled with ammunition. I mean, 223, 7.62. I mean, he's got magazines just, they're totally loaded up, maxed out. 30-round magazines filled to capacity, and they've been there for like 20 years or so. He said. So the springs are all worn out, I'm sure. That's way too much. Suppose something happened. Well, that guy is going to have to just leave. I mean, he has all this ammunition. He can really, he can well arm a whole neighborhood, right? I mean, heavily arm a whole neighborhood. But he lives alone, right? So, I mean, let's say something happened. There's 10 guys heading to his home. He might be able to get them if he sees them far off. Get some of them, but he's not going to get them all. What's going to happen? One of two things. He'll kill a couple maybe, and then they're going to kill him. Or he runs, and he may live, but he's going to just have, what he can carry on him. That's it. So I don't think you need, huge stockpiles of ammunition personally. I would recommend 1,000 rounds per gun. Right? So, let's say you have an AR-15. Well, you want 1,000 rounds. 2 AR-15s, 2,000 rounds. Okay, not splitting, 1,000 rounds for 3 guns. No, 1,000 rounds per gun, right? And you can go maybe 1,000, maybe even I would say at least 500 for a handgun. Defensive rounds, right? Let's say you've got a handgun, a couple handguns. 500 rounds of hollow points or something, whatever you like to use for self-defense. Target practice. If you can get it cheap, hey, buy what you can, right? Sometimes you find a good deal. Sometimes you just want to have some on hand, back what happened 2012. You couldn't find it, right? And if you wanted something, let's say you wanted to, like me, I wanted an SKS, I wanted some magazines, I wanted to build one up. Well, I had ammo put aside. I was able to get on Craigslist and Arms List, and hey, look, I'm not selling this ammo, but I'll trade it for this or this, and you get what you want. One guy actually, gave me enough money, like, okay, fine, I can't turn that down. That's enough to get what I want, and I was eventually able to, get the SKS I wanted. But it's good to have some on hand, some defensive stuff, some good stuff. If you like penetrators, hey, have 1,000 rounds of penetrators, whatever you like, whatever you are comfortable with, whatever your firearm. If you have a scope on there, or optics, whatever, especially scope, whatever you have sighted, your rifle sighted in for, right? That's what you want to put aside, right? You can have some others aside for trading, range, stuff like that. But for yourself, shit hits the fan, I would recommend, maybe 1,000, maybe up to 1,500 per gun, right? You don't need cases and cases and cases when you only have one rifle. Realistically, even 1,000 rounds. If you're firing 1,000 rounds out at enemies, that means you've got probably 1,000 rounds coming at you. Now, I would not survive 1,000 rounds coming at me, right? It doesn't take 1,000 rounds to kill you. It just takes one. So, realistically, you don't need that. You don't need hordes and hordes. 1,000, well, you can use it to hunt. You can, target practice, whatever the hell you would want it for. It's there. But, rooms full, I don't know. I think that's a bit excessive. And even if you were to use your firearm, you're going to give away your position, man. If there's marauders out there and stuff, they're going to be listening for like generators and gunfire. Right? Stuff like that. There's the haves and the have-nots, and they're looking for the haves. If you have something, they're going to come after it. So you wouldn't want to be blasting off anyway unless you really, really had to. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents, man. You guys, think about that. I know some of you are going to disagree. Some of y'all, hey, just, want a couple boxes that you can take with you. Others, you want that big old room full. But that's my opinion. Anyway, hopefully that helps.